Jose flight as they travel to Boston to face the Rebels in what's sure to be a great rematch. Camera duty here with DJ Kilgannon. Delighted to be with you this evening. Of course, SFLm Commissioner Alex West back at headquarters. DJ, I know you got some good points, my friend. You've been doing the research, putting in the work. Tell me what you think will be the difference in tonight's game.
Oh, Cam, great to be back with you again. Super stoked. I really think in this one, it's going to come down to the defenses. I think both of these squads are really prevalent in the league right now, and I think it's going to be a huge determining factor of who's going to come out with the win tonight.
I have to agree with you. Of course, these two teams are no strangers to each other. We will go over that as we progress into tonight's game. But like we said, two great SFLm games coming your way tonight. First one ready to get underway. You are not going to want to go anywhere for the next hour and a half or so. Kickoff is underway. We have commenced. We've got a return immediately here for San Jose out to the 25-yard line, which is where we will see Brady White and company take over. Ace Ketchum in the backfield. You'll also see Aunt Tim, the halfback number 44, a week 4 signing, a new SFLm rookie in tonight's game. Motion going over to the left side in the first play of the game. It's a handoff to Ketchum. Gets hit pretty hard after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, really rough hit there. Looked like Boston was kind of expecting the run, had a really heavy box. 8 guys there in the box on a heavy look from Boston, and they were all over that run.
2nd and 7 coming up. As White with his first throw, intercepted. A short first drive for San Jose, turning it over immediately. And what more can you say? Patterson coming up with the INT, and Boston's defense making the first strike tonight.
Man, William Patterson is just tremendous in coverage, Cameron. We need to check and make sure this guy isn't supposed to be at like a tight end or something. You know, he had an interception last week in his game, and now he has another one this week to start off the game. That is huge for Boston.
And so we'll turn the tables here. And we will say hello to Dakota West, number 4 quarterback, with Jacob Brewer and Lenore West in the backfield. You'll also see Bismarck Wright in there as well. We'll highlight the wide receivers and tight ends in just a moment. West to throw. Almost had an interception on their own. Stephen Goodman, who we know can catch a couple of interceptions or two in the backfield to deflect that one.
Yeah, that was great coverage there. Read that stop route like it was a book, and just right exactly where he needed to be. Unfortunately, not able to hang on.
Continuing with Boston's starting line at the wide receivers, Joey Hightower, Curtis Friesen. The tight ends, Django West, Mike Connect. The offensive line of Oliver Tarask, Demon Pickle, and Portia Henson. Dakota West now rolling out, throwing deep. And a flag on the play. Looks like it could be an area of interference. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't see much contact there, Cameron. I don't know about you, but hopefully we'll get a better look at it here.
We look down the line. They're going to call Dustin Sikoski.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty clear cut. Kind of just stopped him from reaching the ball. And, you could argue that it was out of reach, but if he was able to continue on that route, probably would have been there.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it may have, the trajectory might have worked out in their favor. So now, fast-moving action here early in this game. Not even a minute completed. 1st and goal. West throwing back across the body, and it is incomplete. That was intended for Django West.
Yeah, just a swarm of white bodies over there. So much white jersey in the area. Unable to make that throw. Rolled out way to the right and under pressure. Was surprised that Dakota West even saw the guy across the field, but unable to make the catch regardless.
2nd and goal. We'll look at the San Jose defense in just a second. West again to throw. The path complete A low throw there, but it is reeled in, although 3rd and goal coming up. Connect with the reception. The defense for San Jose. Defensive tackles, Jack Big Boss and Chloe Meerkat. Defensive ends, Peter Merck and Harley Wilson. The linebackers, Louis Quintana, Frodo Laggins, Bobby Green. Cornerback, Stephen Goodman, Dustin Sakasi, Ramnar Sudi, and Amante Dubois Smith. Those two at safety, 3rd and goal coming up. West to the end zone to Connect for the touchdown. Connect connects with Dakota West.
Yeah, Connect able to get into the end zone. San Jose there, they were in a really basic 4-3 look, and as soon as Friesen motioned across the field, it was kind of like they brought the linebacker that was back there ready down to the line to help bring some pressure, and just didn't work out. Connect was able to get the touchdown on that out route, continuing his string of big games. Last week, gathered himself over 250 yards and 2 touchdowns, and looking like his same form now.
The extra point is good, and you are right about that, DJ, as it seems as if Connect is certainly becoming a very key notable player here for this Boston Rebels team. That comes in here 2-3, looking to try to get to 500. They're off to a good start, up by 7. They got points off a turnover. That was huge. San Jose to start their 2nd drive of the evening. Tim brings it out to the 29-yard line, and let's finish with that San Jose offense. We mentioned Brady White, the halfbacks Ace Ketchum, and Aunt Tim, and Speedy Gonzalez, a fullback. The wide receivers Victor Rojas, Louis Caduti, Ada Texera, and Kevin Parker. The tight ends are Rodney Smith and Sanj Singh. Then the offensive line is Rachel Menor, Queen Porter, and Sarah Bergens. A lot of action and just a little over a minute played here in this first quarter. And that is a nice completion over the middle to Sanj Singh. Brady White with a really good read there and wide open spaces for Singh.
Yeah, there goes some more great tight end play. Finding the big target in open field, just able to chug along behind the receiver, get some nice blocks, and break a few tackles as Sanj Singh getting a nice gain, and that's a much better way to start out the drive.
And there you go. A good point, DJ, as that was Louis Caduti throwing the big block. Hayden Texera, this is his hometown, as is mentioned in the YouTube chat. We thank you all for being with us. And a little homecoming there for Texera. We'll see what kind of day Aiden has. That's incomplete. Intended for Rojas, who we know doesn't take too much for Victor Rojas to go off here.
Yep. There are a lot of huge targets on both sides. Victor Rojas has been lights out almost every week. Mike Connect had his huge week last week, and Curtis Friesen and Joey Hightower on the other side have been also amazing to part with those 3.
Handoff. That's Gonzalez. And he gets 1. 3rd and 9 coming up. Let's talk about that Boston defense. May West, defensive tackle, along with Landon on him. Defensive ends, Baron Went and Moss Booker. The linebackers, Morgan Brown, William Patterson, Duncan on him. And then the cornerbacks, Hudson Cruz, Jimmy Hatsis, and the safeties, Azan Waddles, and Donde Stalacarne. A big 3rd and 9 coming up here for San Jose. They're able to convert once again, going back to Singh for a first down.
Yeah, finding Sanj Singh again right in the middle of the field, exactly where they're meant to be. Just kind of, I mean, that's just a basic concept, right? Put a post up in the middle of the field and have a shorter in route to kind of drag that middle linebacker downward instead of over the top to help up with that post route, and it worked to absolute perfection.
It's interesting, isn't it, Alex, that sometimes just the most simple of formulas is the most effective.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, but there, toss play left side, nothing doing. Boston into the backfield immediately. Moss Booker with the tackle for loss, and a big loss at that.
Yeah, huge play there to kind of stunt the momentum of the flight. Read that pitch play to perfection and broke it before they could even get anywhere back towards the line of scrimmage.
We have 3 receivers at the top of the screen. 2nd and 14 coming up. A handoff here to Ketchum. That proves to at least get the negative yardage back, bringing up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, they got their yardage back, certainly. And, you know, the first time these two met, San Jose was able to pick up the win against Boston, and it was a very balanced offensive attack from them. Kind of looks like they're going for some of the same.
Man in motion for San Jose. That is Aiden Texera. And the throw. Going to step up instead, somehow finding a seam and gets ever so close to that first down as Brady White, but it's thrown down just short of the sticks. It's 4th and 1.
I wasn't expecting that one for sure.
No.
Brady White didn't see anyone downfield slip through the line of scrimmage, and I thought he was going to get it. But unfortunately for him, I think it was Hudson Cruz who dragged him down from behind, and that certainly saved a big play there for the Boston Rebels.
A nice punt there by Landetta, one of the non-contract kickers here in the SFLm. So Hudson Cruz coming up with the big play, and because there is no contract kicker for San Jose, that field goal attempt was too far out of the reach of their place kicker, so they had to punt it away. Boston gets the ball back, and a good running play here right off the bat by Lenore West, 8 yards on first down.
There we go, kind of getting some momentum in the running game. Both of these squads have, kind of struggled in recent weeks to get the run game going. Lenore West didn't have her best showing last week, and on the other side, San Jose really wasn't able to get anything going, but that's a great start right there for Lenore West, able to get a really nice run on first down.
Second and 2 yards to gain. Tough 2 yards, fighting hard. And coming up just a little bit short that time was Jacob Brewer. It's 3rd and inches.
Bobby Green for San Jose was able to blow that play up and make sure to stop the runner before they could get to the line to gain. They're going to need it again here if they're going to want to shut this drive down on this possession.
Bobby Green with a big play, a week 3 signing. Doing really well with this squad. 3rd and inches, and they get just enough with West. And literally just enough there, DJ. I mean, there wasn't much room there, but able to get those inches.
Yeah, not a lot of room to run at all. And really against the San Jose team, there never really is a pinnacle highlight of their defense is their linebackers. They are stellar.
Delayed handoff, and it works to perfection that time. Brewer getting a nice carry. Another 8 yards on first down for Brewer.
Yeah, there we go. Really putting a punctuation on the run game right now, and it's doing them really well, able to kind of navigate really well through the nice holes that their offensive line is making and trying to avoid these big linebackers from San Jose, and it's working really well.
Mike Kleinecht going in motion. Keep an eye on number 85 at the top of the screen. The ground once more is West. Breaks a couple tackles, still on her feet, crosses the 40. And that's something that if you're San Jose, you do not want this ground attack to get going.
Yeah, not at all, Cameron. And you kind of saw it right there in that replay. The left side of that line of scrimmage was completely shut down. They had 2 pulling linemen go to that side, and Lenore West kind of saw it all break down, and she bounced it the other way and was able to run it for a first down. That was some really impeccable awareness there from the runner.
First down, incomplete. Looking for Curtis Friesen in his first attempt of the night. Falls just a bit short there, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of those, drop from Friesen. Had a, defender just shoot and hit him right in the back as the ball got there, unable to haul it in, but still got plenty of downs to work with, and they've been doing a really good job pushing the momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Shotgun formation on a 2nd down. Instead, it is a handoff to Bismarck Wright. Gets some good positive yards there, and what's able to transpire with that is it's now 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, that was that same draw play again, this time to Bismarck Wright, and it was the same open running lanes as previously saw in that same play. So, right now, Boston knows what they want to do, and it's working.
To go to West, the throw, and somehow, like a needle in a thread, able to fit that in to Kleinecht, and the drive continues with a first down near midfield.
Yeah, Steven Goodman had great coverage right there, was all over the big tight end. Just Kleinecht is not going to be that easy to you know, make sure he doesn't haul in those passes. And right there, even with the great coverage, was unable to.
Dakota West throwing a little too high for the intended receiver. Again, going back to Kleineck, the tight end, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we saw a lot of this last week, and I bet you San Jose, you know, I'm sure they did their scouting. They saw how open Kleineck was in the middle of the field. Had 8 receptions last week, led the game, and the majority of those passes were over the middle of the field. And right there, they did a really good job stopping it, and that was the route last week that gave them so much success.
Once again, you see Kleineck going in motion. And it's 2nd and 10, 2:33 remaining. Instead, it's a delayed handoff to Brewer, who gets close to the first down. Stopped just a yard short. So a big 3rd and 1 coming up. And like Donde Stalacarne says in the YouTube chat, make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. We would certainly appreciate it. Share it with a friend. Let them know how you're spending your Thursday evening. And really, DJ, what better way can you spend a Thursday evening?
You know, I can't think of many things, Cam. This is certainly up there.
Hand off to Lenore West, and that is just short. Green, Bobby Green with the big stop, 4th and inches.
Another big stop. The other one I'm pretty sure was 3rd and 2, and that one was pretty close to the same. Oh, they're going to go for it here, though. Certainly in a running look, it seems. Let's see if they can get another stop in short yardage.
Absolute gutsy call here on the ground, able to pick it up with Jacob Brewer for the 1st and 10.
Gosh, and you could kind of see it on that last play. I was hoping it would show a replay. Bobby Green was stalking that runner like a lion tracking a gazelle, and he was coming to the line of scrimmage, and just wasn't enough room to hope on that working out. Just kind of followed towards the sideline and got past it.
Ground game working good, and as soon as I say it, it is stopped, and going backwards that time is number 42, Lenore West. Loss of 3.
I think that was Chloe Meerkat who blew that one up. 6'7", 335 in the middle of that line. That is a huge threat to worry about.
My goodness, Jack, Big Boss, and Meerkat both defeated tackles. I mean, oh goodness, and coming back down the field and finding Friesen. Dakota West, 1st down.
So much concentration on that play. Dakota West was blown up after that throw, and Curtis Friesen with the nice catch in traffic. Ranmar Sudi was right there, unable to make the play, and Curtis Friesen puts him close to the 10, getting close to the red zone.
I mean, not bad coverage by Ranmar Sudi at all. It's just a better catch by Friesen. Now, dropping back, throwing again, complete gain of 1. Underneath was Django West. And this may get us down to maybe one more play this 1st quarter.
And Chloe Meerkat is looking like a problem out there. Hasn't got to the quarterback yet, but again on that last play, she was breathing down the quarterback's neck. A few more seconds of them holding the ball, would have put Dakota West on their back.
Boston opting to take it to the 2nd quarter, so after 1, Boston leads 7-0. Welcome back to the SFLm. Cameron Duty here with DJ Kilgannon and Alex West at SFLm headquarters. You're watching the Virtual Football Network, where all the best virtual football lives, and I think we can attest to that. Just all the great content that you're seeing on this incredible channel. Now, West throwing, incomplete. Going to set up a big 3rd and 9 here. Good defense downfield by Monte Dubois-Smith, but this is such a big 3rd down, DJ, because if San Jose can keep them out of the end zone, it's just a field goal attempt.
Yeah, and that would be a huge stop with how well the drive has gone so far. And Monte Dubois-Smith there was running around like crazy and was able to see where the ball was going, make a big play. He had a really nice game last week, getting himself 16 tackles in that one, and is doing the same good work again.
All over the field in that one, too.
Yep.
16 tackles. All right, big 3rd down, 3rd and 9, man in motion for the Boston Rebels here. West, pressure coming. Can you believe it? And it is Monte Dubois-Smith He could take this one back home unless Lenore can catch him. It's not going to happen. A pick six, a touchdown. And they're
Wow.
1 point away from being tied up. San Jose, their defense strikes.
Wow. Monte Dubois Smith carrying along the momentum from last week and putting a stamp on that play. Wow, that I was not expecting that. San Jose, they dropped an interception earlier and completely changed that rhetoric, brought it all the way back for 6. My goodness, and this team, they're just so good on third downs. The last time these two teams met, San Jose was able to stop Boston on 6 of their 9 third down attempts, Boston was only able to convert 3 of them, and right there, that was another one with the huge interception.
Absolutely incredible. The extra point is right down the middle. Good. We were just talking about how important it was for this San Jose defense to try to limit Boston to a field goal. You do not want to have 2 touchdowns, on the board for Boston early in this game. Instead, Monte Dubois Smith doing what he needs to do, and this game is all tied up. How the complexion changed in just a matter of seconds.
Oh yeah, shown to be a really important piece of that San Jose defense. I mean, with huge in the running game, helping them out, and I mean huge plays like that. I mean, just showing that he is a huge part of the team.
So impressive. Friesen with a good return here. That's going to get him out to about the 35. Yeah, they'll mark him at the 37-yard line. So kind of a shallow kick there, and Friesen able to take advantage of it, as it is a 1st and 10 now for the Boston Rebels. And if you are Dakota West, you just got to shake it off.
That's right. You can't fixate on that. And I mean that's a big reason why. I mean, that was only a 2-yard run there, but their run game has really been solid. We've seen plenty of 8-yard runs, 6-yard runs, getting runs to pick up 3rd and shorts, 4th and shorts. I mean, you can rely on your run game even after a mistake like that, and you kind of just got to bounce back, like you said.
Yeah, Peter Mert with that tackle on that last play. West throwing one-handed to Django West. Going to be close to the 1st. I believe we do have an injury, and I believe it's Harley Wilson, unfortunately. Yeah, the defensive end, number 75, Harley Wilson for San Jose on the turf.
Yeah, you hate to see that. One of your key pieces of your defense, or anyone, go down for that matter. Hate to see that, but just gotta put in a backup and hope Wilson will be able to make it back onto the field shortly.
We'll try to keep you up to date with any news that we hear from the sidelines. 3rd and inches coming up for Boston. They've been in this set a couple of times already this evening. The handoff, and this one, without a doubt, a 1st down. Rolled over past midfield for Lenore West.
Yeah, you said it. You said it best, Cam. That look, we've seen it a few times, and it's working really well. They go to the draw a lot out of it, and clearly San Jose has picked up on the pass game, and they were expecting it, and they're taking full advantage of it with those draw plays.
Kleinecht going in motion once more to the left side of Dakota West, lining up at the top of the screen there. West throwing pressure in their face and able to get it to Kleinecht. And you know what, DJ, I kind of thought that we didn't get a chance to really take much time on was the fact that pressure was breathing down Dakota West's neck when that interception was thrown. San Jose's getting around the edges pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. They're bringing so much pressure, and maybe it's going to start getting to him.
That was Lenore West again with the carry. So a big 3rd and 5 coming up here. We'll see what the coach can draw up.
Yeah, and this is one of those key spots from their first matchup. These 3rd and mediums Boston really struggled with. I guess we got to see now, what they've learned since then. Been a lot of football since then.
And a handoff once more. That is their specialty. Brewer close to the 30-yard line. And we talk about getting Dakota West comfortable, stopping that pressure that that the defense is putting on the passing game. Well, you do it with the run and plays like that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's just they're looking really sharp in the run game, and It's not something we usually see from Boston, and if Dakota West with that interception, if that's going to happen, it's great to have a solid run game to, back them up in that sense, because that's just going to help them get that confidence back sooner rather than later.
Joey Hightower in motion, pitch play left side, and nothing there for West. 42 meets 42. Bobby Green with the tackle for loss.
One thing I did want to point out about Bobby Green, who had a huge game in the first game against Boston. Bobby Green's first play of his career in the SFLm was against this team, and in that first play, he recorded a sack. And, I mean, that's just something to tell. Clearly, he is meant to be great. Oh.
So what you're saying is no stage fright for Bobby Green, as that pass goes incomplete, intended for Friesen, who has actually had a couple drops tonight.
Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot from the the receivers here in Boston. Usually have really sure hands, and kind of just off their game right now. But there's plenty of game left to be played. I'm sure they're going to fix things up and be as good as they usually are.
Friesen again in motion, 3rd and 12, 6:39 remaining in this first half. Dakota West to throw over the head of the intended target, looking for number 86, I believe, on the depth chart. One of the players coming in off the bench for that formation, and it's 4th and 12.
Yeah, I think right there, that ball kind of looked just pretty well overthrown, and
and a punt here, DJ, as we notice.
Yeah. Not in quite range without that kicker.
Right, without the contracted kicker, they're just going to have to try to coffin corner it here. And it goes out somewhere around the 10-yard line. So, as you said, in the majors, you may see a field goal attempt from that range, but here, more than likely, you're going to see a punt. And so, no points on the board after what looked to be a promising drive for Boston fails, and San Jose takes over from the 9-yard line. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Mike O'Neill in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Someone we really both enjoy calling games with.
Oh, yeah. That's my guy over there in Chi-Town.
First and 10 coming up. Pressure on Brady White as he got rid of it. He was looking for Victor Rojas. It's incomplete.
My goodness, just so much pressure being brought from both sides of the ball. Boston's defensive line, one of the best in the league, and we'll touch a little bit more on that here later.
White somehow avoids the safety, and they're going to mark him down inside the 1-yard line, and a big sack by the big bruising May West of 6'5", 325 pounds.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was a safety. Just seemed like he was right on the one. May West with a huge play, and now if you're San Jose, I imagine you have to hand this one off. You cannot risk a pass here with the pressure that these guys are bringing, but right now they're in a pretty pass-heavy look.
Yeah, but they will keep it on the ground, rightfully so. As you said, they're giving it to Ketchum, 4th and 18, and sometimes it's just best to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, and there was a point that we all kind of talked about before this game started. This Boston defensive line, I've said it throughout the season, is one of the best units in the SFLm as a whole. Every single week, this front seven records at least one sack. They've had 4 sacks in a game twice. They've had one game with 2 sacks and had one with 1. There's only been one game this season where this Boston front has not had a sack, and it was week 3 against San Jose. So going into this game, that the defensive line was really going to have to show out if they were going to get one, and clearly on that play, they came to play.
And talk about prime real estate for Boston here, setting up already in San Jose territory. Nice catch, nice run by Django West, getting pushed out of bounds after a gain of 4. We're just about halfway through this second quarter.
Yeah, Boston's really doing a good job of spreading the rock around right now, Cam. We've seen a couple throws to Kleinecht, a few to Friesen, and Django West getting some action as well, along with the runners. Doing a really good job spreading the love here in Boston.
And off to West again, running right side or left side there, excuse me. 3rd and 3 coming up. Talking about spreading the love, DJ, we want to remind everybody who may have just entered into the chat later in this game here, we invite you to spread the love and smash the like button. Smash the like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLm action. And of course, please help this channel grow through your support. It never gets old watching Jacob Brewer fight for those first down yards.
Not at all, Cameron, and barreling over Luis Quintana, who was able to drag the runner down. And you don't see that very often. Luis Quintana is just a solid rock in the middle of this defense, and here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Brought a lot of pressure there, and Quintana again able to drag him down from behind. You don't see a lot of those where a runner is able to get the upper hand on Quintana and actually fight over him. He had 11 tackles last week, and in the last game against Boston, had himself 9. So he's really formidable in the middle of this defense.
2nd and 4 coming up. High formation for the Boston Rebels. Just outside of the 25-yard line. Again, with the ground game, they go. Lenore West going to get that first down. Again, rightfully so. I mean, this is really becoming their bread and butter and what they are known for.
Yeah, it was a really close call, it seemed, but yeah, they keep going back to it, like you said, and it's working to perfection. Another run for another first down.
Dakota West now unloading, throws complete to Friesen, who has the first down inside the 10, and it's 1st and goal for the Rebels here, threatening to go back ahead.
And there's Friesen, that we know, making a huge catch over the middle of the field. And Cameron, I gotta throw it by you. Me and Alex talked a little bit before the show about a nickname for Curtis Friesen. And what do you think about Captain Cold for Curtis Friesen? I don't know. I think it rolls pretty well, and we got to see what he thinks, of course. But
yeah, there's Captain Cold. I love it. There could be Mr. Freeze. That's a good one too.
That's another one we thought of.
I mean, we got all kinds of names around here for that guy. I mean, with his good ball playing skills on the ground here with West, 2nd and goal. But yeah, absolutely. I have a feeling that Curtis Friesen would be happy with any of those. I love it, Captain Cold.
Yeah, and the run game just showing out again, and they're closer and closer that they get to the red zone. More likely they are to punch it in with one of those.
Using a lot of time up on this drive, too, and getting ever so close as Brewer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Oh, just so close to being able to punch that one in. None of these runners last week for Boston had a touchdown, and looks like if it keeps going this way, they might. And there it is.
Up and over. Lenore West into the end zone for the touchdown, putting her Boston Rebels back out front with just a couple of minutes left in this half.
And there it goes. A really well-oiled drive there for Boston. They took advantage of the fantastic field position provided for them. And that time, they were able to punch it in the red zone after the pick 6 on the last red zone trip. They stuck it on the ground and they made it into the end zone.
The extra point is good. A 7-point lead again for Boston as they're able to pull out ahead. And yeah, a 9-play, 43-yard drive that took up a pretty good amount of time there. Again, you got to hand it to this Boston defense because they were able to force San Jose back to the shadow of their own end zone. They had to punt it away, so Boston automatically starts in really good field position, and they were able to capitalize.
Yeah, they did a really good job of it. And now if you're San Jose, haven't been able to get too much going right now. Their only touchdown coming from the defense. And, you really just got to try and get something going. Last week they had a very, very pass-heavy offense. Brady White getting 450-plus yards last week and only 1 interception. Hoping you can see some more of that and target your lethal targets out at the receiving corps.
It was Aunt Tim with the return, the Week 4 signing for San Jose. And now this offense trying to get it going. They're going to start with Speedy Gonzalez right up the middle for a gain of 6. And with that, that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Folks, thank you for being here. We hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. A great football game taking place here in Massachusetts. The Rebels lead by 7. You're watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. Camera duty, DJ Kilgannon and Alex West at SFLm headquarters. Catch them. Staying on the ground here. Not much there. Brings up 3rd and 3. A good job and good approach by Duncan on him for the tackle.
Yeah, I was able to clean up the scraps after the broken tackle. And if you're going to let a tackle get broken off, that's fine as long as one of your defenders cleans it up and is able to make the tackle shortly after. Got to get all the helmets to the ball, they say.
3rd and 3. Victor Rojas lines up at the bottom of the screen for San Jose. Toss play, nothing there. This rushing game just right now kind of stalled out, and it's because of the big men up front. William Patterson with another tackle for loss and a punt coming up for San Jose.
Yeah, William Patterson is just looking lethal right now. Had the interception earlier and another tackle for loss, like you said, Cam. And, they had a really heavy defensive front there. They had 4 on the line and 4, in the middle of the field on that strong side, and they were ready for that pitch all day, and really didn't work out for San Jose there.
So Landetta to end the punt, and a good one, as it is fair caught at the Boston 25-yard line. I do have a question for you here, DJ. How aggressive do you expect Boston to be? I think with about a minute to work with, you got to take some shots, and maybe you have a chance to pull away here.
Yeah, I agree, but from the formation now, I bet we see that, we might see that draw again from Boston, but I would like to see some aggressiveness.
But you are right. That is the draw to Bismarck Wright. A gain of 1. Merck with the stop. Like we said, after a 1-yard gain, the clock continues to run.
Yeah, if it was me, Cameron, I'd probably go out, try and keep your foot on the gas. But I really don't mind, running out the clock. Your run game has been really solid. Maybe you break one off, see what you can get. But regardless, taking into the half is fine.
West to throw. To connect. And like you said, every now and then you may just want to throw one up for the big man. And they do just that.
Yeah.
I
think they call him out.
I think they did. I think they got him out of bounds here. Stopping the clock. 21 seconds to go. Let's take a look. That's close.
Yeah, it looked close. And I guess they're going to have to keep the timeouts in the pocket, which, I'm sure Boston isn't complaining, because now certainly I expect to see a lot more aggression in the play calling now that you're on the other side of the field.
This Rebel offense looking dangerous. Joey Hightower, the man in motion. Dakota West to throw off target, incomplete. Not much there, going for Friesen. Honestly, probably better that was incomplete anyway, because that was had no future upfield, and it would have just run some time off the clock or a timeout.
Yeah, would have just wasted a timeout, and so Cossey was completely blanketed on Friesen there. That was some really good defense, and they're back in this look again. Let's see what we get out of it.
As you said, they love that delayed handoff. This time West to throw off the hands of Friesen. 3rd and 10. Of course, we said Friesen's had a couple of big drops in this one tonight, but pressure coming in that time knocked that ball loose, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and a lot of these drops, can be pointed out to the great defense from the secondary of San Jose. Stephen Goodman there was on the coverage and did a really good job of, targeting the ball there and making sure his hands weren't able to hold on to it.
San Jose's defense just trying to get to halftime.
My goodness.
Yeah, Lenore West not wanting to get there just yet. It's 4th and inches, but I do believe that will do it.
Yeah, after some ups and downs at the end of that one, at the end of it, they still end up running the clock out and taking it into the half.
So we welcome you into the SFLm halftime report as Boston leads San Jose 14-7. Cameron Duty here with DJ Kilgannon. So, my friend, give me your thoughts on what's been an exciting, jam-packed first half. Low-scoring game up to this point. A lot of good defense being played.
Yeah, really has been a lot of really solid defense, and that was kind of our point of emphasis in the game is, whichever defense, really takes the reins and controls the game is going to be the one that comes out victorious. And right now, it's Boston. I mean, despite the pick 6 from San Jose, Monte Dubois-Smith, had a huge play, but despite that, the defense for Boston has really shut down San Jose and kept them on their side of the field respectfully.
And as we welcome you back inside here at Boston, we get ready to take a look and see what this second half has in store for us. Again, thank you all. Loving the great chat. We've got Frank Doom with us, Art Vandelay, Dondace Talacarne, Louis Caduti, Mike Martin, Hudson Cruz, Mike O'Neill, Brady White, among others here. Those are the ones we can see at the moment on our chat screen. We thank you all for hanging out and talking in the chat. We enjoy connecting with all of you. Friesen brings this second half kick back out to the 30-yard line, and Boston will set up shop there.
Yeah, and with the solid drive they had right before the break, kind of expect to see more of the same from Boston coming into this half. Kind of keep that momentum going.
West with the carry. Gets 3, 2nd and 7.
Now Quintana shot that gap really well.
3-yard gain. Mr. Holmes in the chat says, just lurking. Well, it's good to have you as well. Thank you for being here. 2nd and 7, the handoff, and nothing going there. So Quintana again coming up with a big stop. And a very important 3rd and 7 here if you are Boston. You'd love to get out here and establish yourself to start this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Always really important to keep your foot on the gas, even if you have a really good lead and you're feeling confident. You always want to make that lead bigger.
Dakota West to throw, and that's how you do it. Connecting downfield with number 87 off of the sidelines for that big play. And it's a first down.
Yeah, one of the non-contracted guys making a really nice catch there in coverage. And, if San Jose is going to focus on locking up those contracted guys, which they've done pretty well at doing, kind of change it up a little bit, go to a different target, and it worked.
Dakota West pressure in their face, able to drop it off to Kleineck, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a couple yards there on the play, or are they going to say, no, they're going to say no gain. Just back to the line, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they said forget the forward progress. Dubois-Smith was able to force him backwards and get him back to the line of scrimmage. Nice play.
Pressure coming again, although Friesen picks that up nicely. Good job of West getting rid of that one before the pressure got to their face. And on the other side, it was Curtis Friesen with, I believe that is his 3rd reception of the night.
Yeah, I think you're right. And another right in the gap in the zone in the middle of the field. He's so lethal in that area, just trying to, pick it through the defenders. And Dakota West does such a good job of that, just putting the ball right where it needs to be. And right there, they did a great job of it.
Into San Jose territory. Delay handoff to West. Still on her feet. Gets a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. And I tell you what, really, that has been the story of the game. San Jose's best offense was the defense, and Amonte Dubois-Smith with the pick 6. Other than that, we've yet to see San Jose's offense, for lack of a better word, take flight.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Cam. They've kind of been struggling against the heavy defense of Boston.
Jacob Brewer with the handoff and gets close to the first down. So big 3rd and 1 coming up there as you get a look at one of the offensive linemen there, Portia Henson, up close and personal.
Yeah, and well deserved, because this front right now for Boston is credits to them. They're opening up a lot of big running lanes for the runners right now.
We'll see what they can do on 3rd and 1. And they are going to give forward progress to Lenore West. I thought for a minute it could be close, but they're going to say a fresh set of downs here. Until bum.
Yep. Yeah, I think we were kind of waiting for that one.
Yeah. Gotta say, I think we thought that might be the case. So the first challenge of the evening as we go under the hood here and take a look at what the officials are seeing. And you'll see West fight off this tackle right here, and I think that's going to be, hopefully we get another angle at it. Oh, yeah, that's close.
It's going to be close. I think they're gonna turn the play call around. I think they're gonna overturn it. Yeah.
And it is overturned, so San Jose is not charged a timeout. A good challenge there by the flight. And it's 4th and inches.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it regardless. And no, they're not. They're going to take their 3 and make it probably a better decision than my idea. I got a gambler's mindset. But push it into a 2-score game if they make it, and they do.
And it is good. A non-contracted kicker, though, doing the job. That is Hall. Kicking that one right through the uprights. Had just enough power, just enough leg on it. And it is a 10-point game with 6:37 remaining in the 3rd.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time to play some ball, but San Jose, you'd really like to see their offense kind of kick it up into gear, start flying pretty high like we know this offense can. Brady White has been phenomenal, and I had the pleasure of getting to chat with him before the game, and he talked about how solid that this Boston team is on both sides of the ball. And this is the spot he got his first win in the minor leagues, was against this Boston squad in week 3. And if they're going to want to take the win, they're really going to have to capitalize on the mistakes of Boston. Let's just see if they can see that through.
San Jose coming in at 3-2 in this game. All these teams very even across the board. Great talent all the way across all of these squads here. As that carry by Ketchum goes for 3, 2nd and 7 coming up. We do want to remind you that, of course, in the evening portion of this fine Thursday, there'll be more SFLm football coming your way. And that is going to see New York traveling to Philadelphia. We're calling Northrop, and DJ Kilgannon will make the quick trip over to the city of brotherly love to join Colin for that game coming up at 8:30.
Yeah, super excited, to get another game in the SFLm. I don't know about you, Cam. It's always such a good time calling these games down here with these guys. It's just, it's same game, same league. It just feels a little different, and it's a blast.
It is a blast indeed. Now White the third. Look at that, right in motion. A nice job, fancy footwork there, and able to find Victor Rojas for the 1st and 10. That was much needed.
Yeah, much needed and much awaited. I think we were waiting for that connection for a little while now, and Brady White on the run to his left and just darting it across the field. I mean, great athleticism and concentration to make it on the run, and going back to his number 1, Rojas.
5:40 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Back to the ground game they go. Nothing doing there. And that's a big tackle by big number 98, Baron Went. 6'7", 290 pounds. I say that with full respect. For anyone who is 6'7", that's a big man.
Yeah, and Baron Went, they call him the QB killer. He does not like those QBs at all.
Brady White to throw, one-on-one coverage and able to get it to Rojas. That was a nice play right there.
Yeah, it was. Just made the nice catch and really tight coverage. And yeah, you saw it there. Really good coverage the whole time there from Jimmy Showtime Hatsis, but it didn't matter much. Was able to hold on to the ball for a 1st down.
The thing about it is, and we've talked about this before, when you have a wide receiver lined up as good as Victor Rojas is, sometimes you just want to give them a chance to make a play at the ball, and they'll do the rest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just got to throw it up and try and let the wide receiver do what they do.
Sanj Singh goes in motion, had a big early first quarter, been quiet since, but there he is again for a good completion and 2nd and 1 on the way.
Yeah, I really like that play call. You know, a lot of the times you think of a flat route and you think of getting the ball out to a speedy receiver, try and let him get him upfield, or maybe a speedy runner, but getting it to Sanj Singh, who is a monster in that tight end spot, and letting them just power through the defense, and it worked really well.
Ketchum with the best run of the day for Ace Ketchum. Out to the 20-yard line into the red zone for a 1st and 10 for the flat.
Yeah, for a little while I thought that was going to be cash money, nothing but green, but the corner was able to slip off of the press look that the receiver had him in and able to catch up to the runner there and track him down, make the nice tackle. San Jose really taking what we said to heart, kind of bouncing back this drive and marching down the field well.
Ooh, what a hit. What a hit on Rojas, as White looked like he had another completion before Zion Waddles laid a shot on Victor Rojas.
Yeah, that was a hard hit right there. Zion Waddles just, he was going to make the receiver earn that one, and unfortunately for San Jose, wasn't able to hold on. But not a whole lot of room left to work on the field. You got to kind of go for those medium to short routes if you want anything to work.
Brady White on the roll, pump fake, stands in there somehow before getting thrown to the ground at the very end by Moss Booker. And it's 3rd and 14, and Booker just says, no way, Jose.
Yeah, there was 2 there, and Moss Booker, yeah, my goodness, it's lethal, like a spin cycle laundry, machine, and just spinning off it, cleaning up the other defensive lineman's miss, and Brady White, he's broken every first sack that's been there, but there's always been another rebel shortly following.
Spun right off of Sarah Bergens to get that sack. That was incredible work right there by Booker. Now White to throw to the end zone. Oh, goodness. Luis Caduti with the touchdown. How did that man come up with that football?
I to be honest, I don't know. Brady White rolled out to the right and threw a laser. My goodness, that was such a technically sound play. There was a safety over the top in the left side of that corner, and that corner was, you could hardly see the corner with how well they were covering the receiver, but it didn't matter. Luis Caduti made the catch in great coverage, and Brady White made the throw to only, to where only Luis Caduti could get it, and wow, that was just a great throw. Great catch for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. I dare you to find a better top play than that on ESPN tonight. I don't think you can. That was a fantastic job. All the best action and excitement happening right here on the Virtual Football Network. It's a 3-point game. Straight out to the 30-yard line with 3:07 to go in the 3rd. And you know what, folks? Listen, you hear the joy in our voice, me and DJ here, having a good time. Do you want to experience that? Do you want to have fun like us? Well, your time is now to get your voice on the call. We're looking for passionate SFL participants to join our broadcast team for the continuation of SFLm Season 9, which will kick off on October the 30th after our mid-year break coming up. Please visit cmfl.net/broadcasting for more details of how you can get involved and be one of the biggest difference makers in the future of SFL action. I think I can speak for myself and DJ and Alex and anybody in the chat who has had a chance to call these games. You will not regret a minute of it.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a great time, and I know certainly Alex would appreciate it, and all the help they can get on these game days is always appreciated.
And obviously really good airfare, a great job for DJ, going to go from Boston here to Philadelphia later on. I mean, what can you say? Pressure coming. Somehow West stands in there. Oh, Nick just dropped it.
Wow. If you run that play 10 more times, Cameron, I would bet my life that Mike Kleinecht makes that catch all other 10 times.
Yeah?
You don't see that a whole lot.
No. Like I said, I think it's a pretty safe bet that he's going to come up with that, as you said. 9 out of 10. You know, I mean, he just very rarely drops that.
Yeah.
Now Dakota West to throw again,
Oh, wow.
and Friesen drops that one again. It's been a struggle tonight.
Yeah, it has. And I mean, Friesen, maybe there was a hand in there. You know, maybe there was something kind of can give Friesen the benefit of the doubt. There were a lot of defenders in the area, but the one before that just was wide open, unable to catch it. And it's just, I mean, and Brady White said it best. You know, I had the chance to talk to him, like I said earlier, and he said, take advantage of the small mistakes. He knows how good this Boston squad is. They're not going to make many small mistakes, but right there, they made 2 of them. So now we need to see if Brady White, you know, they can march this San Jose Flight team back onto the field and get another touchdown. Hopefully, some points, you know, in general, as the third quarter comes to a close.
Agreed. And echoing your sentiments in the chat was Dondes Telecarnes when he said Mike Kleinecht grabs that 9 out of 10 times at worst.
Yeah.
2 big drops there back to back. One by Friesen, another by Kleinecht, forcing the punt. Now San Jose has pretty good field position here. A 1-yard gain on first down, and it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and we saw at the end of that drive by San Jose that their pass game, I mean, we all know their pass game is lethal. But didn't have a huge dose of the pass game until that last drive, and I imagine they see a lot more of it, and they tried to go to it there, but big dunking on him. Put a stop to that shortly.
Yeah, took that big hand and swatted that one down. So quickly it's 3rd and 9 here. 1:51 remaining in the third. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Fake handoff. Throwing back across to Rojas. It is complete. This drive will continue. And we said that this key to this game for San Jose is if they can get Victor Rojas utilized, and they've got him going now.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a really good job of it, and you know, it gotta show some respect to Brady White. I mean, obviously, but this front 7 for Boston is really formidable, and they're bringing a lot of pressure. They've been in his face a lot, but he still looks really calm in that pocket.
He sure does. And he goes down. I mean, just as soon as we were saying that, he gets lit up, and a big hit. Was that dunking on him coming around the edge?
It's Baron Went, I believe.
Baron Went, 98. Okay, yeah.
Oh my goodness! Just
beat the
full
block.
weight into that hit.
Gosh.
Golly, that hurt me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need some icy hot after that.
Yeah.
2nd and 9 coming up. Throwing. What a response. Good job getting that to Caduti, getting a lot of those lost yards back and making it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, nice bounce back play there. A nice little out and up route to kind of throw off the corners there and that bunch look, and it worked really well.
Brady White in the chat says, yeah, that kind of hurt. I can
imagine so. Yeah.
3rd and 5 coming up here. Caduti back in motion. We'll see what White can do. Pressure coming. He stands in there, though. Gets it to catch him. Oh, what a play. Still on his feet before being pushed out around the 20. I dare say if that defender hadn't been laying on the turf in front of him, they couldn't have caught him.
Yeah, I agree with you full-heartedly. I was just thinking the same thing. And the best tackler on that play was the defender that was on the ground. Forced Ketchum out of bounds. And my goodness, Ketchum was just right in that sideline like it was a horse, just staying so well in bounds and able to dodge defenders. That was a really, really nice play.
It was 1st and 10 coming up here. 5 seconds and counting remaining. Toss play left side. Nothing going at the moment. That is a loss of 1 as Patterson gets the tackle for loss. Just like that, 3 stanzas are in the books, and boy, we've got us a good one, but are you surprised? Boston leads San Jose 17-14. The flight is moving. You're watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. Put your 4s up in the chats. Of course, it's good to have you all here. Camera duty, DJ Kilgannon here in the booth. Alex West at SFLm headquarters. The first of 2 games on SFLm Thursday night. Brady White, screen pass out of the backfield to catch him. Spin move, what a play, onto the end zone, close.
Oh,
At about the 3, what a play.
golly. They go back to almost the same play that worked on that last play. Before the run play, I should say. And Ace Ketchum spun off the first tackler, and I thought he was going to get in. Barely stepped out of bounds and got dragged into the end zone anyway by dunking on him. But if he wouldn't have stepped out of bounds there, I mean, with how we saw that tackle play out, he would have got 6.
They mark him inside the 2. Hudson Cruz doing everything he could to wrap up. Ketchum not able to do it. That's 1st and goal. Man in motion here. One of the tight ends off the bench checking in for San Jose. Fake hand. They pay the prices. It's Baron Went again, getting in the backfield for another sack.
My goodness, it's just, they're really looking good, and we've talked about it so much throughout the season, and in this game, this Boston front is nothing to joke about. In the first game they played, no sacks, like I said earlier, and now that rhetoric has completely changed.
2nd and goal, handoff, running right side to Speedy Gonzalez, the fullback. Not able to get much. We are at a 3rd and goal situation here, 8:43 and counting in this 4th quarter. Brady White and company wants to go up instead of tying here, but they got to be very careful. Just outside the 5-yard line, it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, you can't have a turnover here.
White to the end zone, bobbled, almost intercepted. We almost had that dreaded INT that you were talking about, as Waddles came just a couple of inches from being able to hold on to that one. Look at this.
Yeah, if they would have picked that right after I said that, I don't know how well I would have slept tonight. But unable to hold on to it. Oh, just a missed opportunity. And now if they're able to make the field goal, that'll be, at least 3 to tie up the game. And not able to take the lead, but, closing the gap, make it an even ball game going forward. And San Jose just got to keep the momentum going.
This kick is good. At one point, this was a 10-point game before San Jose able to reel off a touchdown and this field goal here to bring it to a tied status of 17 with 8:25 remaining in this 4th quarter. And I just have this feeling we're not done seeing the scoring. Both of these offenses starting to lighten up a little bit here, really starting to take off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we know both of these offenses can pop off at any given moment.
So for the first 2 quarters, we will give the benefit or the advantage, we'll say, to Boston. And then the start of the 3rd quarter, they come out, tacked on a field goal quickly, made it a 10-point game. The next thing you know, San Jose goes on a 10-0 run, and we are all tied up at 17. Now, what can Dakota West and company do starting from the 36?
Got to do what they did the whole first half, stick to your guns. It worked in that first half. You can only think that it'd work again in the second.
Mike Kleinecht in motion, lines up left side of Dakota West. Now the throw, it's a short one, and it's complete, and nothing doing there as Goodman gets the tackle for loss. 2nd and 11 coming up.
Yeah, I mean, going to Kleinecht, they've gone to him a lot on those little out routes for, short gains, and more often than not, it really isn't working.
West, pressure coming and pays the price. That little bit of hesitation is all it took for, once again, Chloe Meerkat to get in the backfield and obliterate the QB.
Yeah, finally got her sack. I mean, my goodness, Cameron. Look how quickly she's moving through the backfield. If you told me that Chloe Meerkat was 335 pounds moving like that, I mean, that's like a Toyota Tundra running at you and hitting you. My goodness.
And all 6'7", bearing down on you there. 3rd and 21, they just toss play it, and adding a little insult to injury there. Another loss on that play. 4th and 25.
Yeah, and that's 98. with the stop, which kind of entails to me that Harley Wilson, who got brought down with an injury earlier, must still be out of the game because that's Harley's spot there, and we saw 98 make the tackle from it. So unfortunately not able to come back into the game yet. Maybe later we'll see Harley Wilson back onto the field, but the game's coming to a close, only 7 minutes left.
For
Looking
the
unlikely.
for the moment, DJ, it looks as if San Jose has figured out this Boston offense.
Yeah.
How to stop them, stopping that ground attack. They keeping pressure on Dakota West. And good field position for the flight as they start at their own 38-yard line.
Mm-hmm. Came out of the half looking like a whole new squad.
White to throw, incomplete. That was contested, going for Aiden Texera, who we mentioned earlier in this game that he is from Boston, so coming back to his hometown here, wanting a good night. He's got a catch. That one, though, incomplete.
Yeah, Hudson was on cruise control there. Great defense there, completely blanketing the receiver and made that play.
Pressure coming around the edges, picked up nicely to Rojas. It's complete for 1st and 10.
Yeah, Dondas Talacarne with really solid coverage, but Victor Rojas held on to it, and that's really what he's done all season long. Has had multiple huge games, has been credited game balls from countless announcers this season, and he's been a huge target and continues to be one for Brady White.
Great banter here between Dondes Talacarne and Frank Doom in the chat. Doom says San Jose going with a touchdown here. We'll see that happen. Ace Ketchum trying to make it a reality. Now this guy is really coming to life as this game has went on.
Yeah, it really has. And, coming out of the break, San Jose is looking like a well-oiled machine. Just running on all cylinders. The pass game looking great. The running game is working better than it did at any point earlier in the game or any time last week at all. And right now, they're just looking like a completely new unit.
I don't want to say anything that may sound wonky or out of place here, but 6:15 left in this game. Both these teams love the methodical drive. I know it feels like there's a lot of time left on the clock, DJ, but when it both takes them 10, 11, 12 plays to get down the field, it's not a whole lot of time for either squad out here. They looking at maybe one more possession between the two at best.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Cameron. These two squads really like to tap into the double-digit, play drives when it really comes down to long drives. And, it's going like it is again now.
Brady White, what a play to Texera. We said the young man wanted a big play back in his hometown, and he gets one. 1st and goal for San Jose. That was huge.
Yeah, the hometown kid getting his. Was completely leading the corner there and was so close to getting into the end zone, just a few yards short. Now, they just got to take advantage of the short field position. Only just 2-3 yards to go. Got to punch it in the red zone.
Keeping on the ground with Ketchum, trying to push behind his blockers there. Nothing at the moment. Gets up with a little frustration you could see out of Ketchum, and it's 2nd and goal. Patterson again, I believe, on the stop that time, yes.
Yeah, shot the gap really well, and if you're San Jose, you really do not want to see another field goal go up in, the red zone right now. Got to do your best to punch it in.
Oh, that was a good little play there. Looked like it had more promise than what ended up. I believe that was Gonzalez turning sideways there. Gets a couple and a huge 3rd and goal here, and you can see the difference between a field goal and the promised land. It's not much.
Yeah, not a whole lot of room for error at all.
3rd and goal. Trying to
wow.
They are going to say he got the end of the football over the goal line. We will see if it'll be reviewed, but for the moment, it is a touchdown, and San Jose takes the lead.
Yeah, I don't know. I think.
Let's see here.
I don't think they got it, Cam.
I don't think so.
We're going to see that challenge flag.
I agree.
And if we don't,
like.
I'm going to be shocked. Wow.
So far, no challenge flag, no booth review to speak of at the moment. No call coming down from the sidelines.
Oh, man.
The extra point is good, and San Jose takes the lead with 4:27 in this ball game.
You know, and I think they were thinking the same way as you right there, Cameron. You know, these two teams, they take a whole lot of time, you know, to play their drives. And I mean, if that challenge fails and the touchdown stands, you let up 7 points and you lose a touchdown, or excuse me, a timeout. That would have been really unfortunate for them. But you know, we'll never know what would have came about, because they didn't throw the challenge flag and they let the touchdown stand.
I think that was Hudson Cruz who came in like a heat-seeking missile to try to keep Ketchum out of the end zone. They made epic contact, a collision of epic proportions right at the goal line. That is something that, that play will go back and be watched many times over after this game is said and done. A turning point in this one. Gain of 3 by West. It's 2nd and 7. We're closing in on 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. I thought the game was just about in the books. An INT that would have sealed it had it been Stephen Goodman able to hold on to that one.
Yeah, that would have certainly been another pick six for San Jose. This one a lot easier than the other. The other one was about a 95-yard pick six. This one would have been about, a 35-yarder, but unable to hold on to it, and that would have been checkmate if it came through, like you said, but unfortunately not able.
3rd and 7 coming up. Big play here for Boston. Dakota West needing to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Incomplete. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. That was intended for West as well. That's 4th and 7.
Yeah, just so much pressure there on West that throw was really just a little ill-advised, not on the money at all. And
going for it here, DJ.
Yeah, they have to, I think.
Yeah, 3:53 remaining in this one. 2 receivers lined up on either side. We've got motion coming off the bench. There is number 87. 4th down, the throw off. Oh, no, just too far ahead of the intended receiver. And Boston turns it over. It's Jacob, the intended target.
Yeah, just a little out in front. And, I mean, that could be the game. If you're Boston, there's 3 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock. If you're San Jose, you really just want to keep the ball on the ground. Don't score too quickly. And, hope Boston wastes their timeouts. And ideally, if you're San Jose, Boston won't see the field again.
Now, let's put this out there. The position with which San Jose is in right now, as Ketchum gets the carry, they cannot kick a field goal. We've seen that. Or they possibly would not. We'll put it that way. We've not seen much from this side of the field. They don't have a contracted kicker. So if Boston can do some damage control here, and get San Jose off the field, they may be able to get the ball back pinned deep. We'll see. But the first thing that Boston has to do, of course, is stop San Jose.
Yep, that's right. You just got to get them off the field as soon as you can. You know what's coming. You just got to stop it.
That's right. And a good, solid run by number 45 of San Jose coming off of the bench on that play. And it's 3rd and 2 here.
And I read that name, Cam. I know there's a lot of debate around that word in the world. Have you always been an aunt, or have you grew up saying ant?
Well, it's interesting. I have heard both. I've heard ant quite a bit of the region here with which I live in the South. I've heard aunt as well, so kind of a 50-50 toss-up, isn't it? Ketchum, this is a big play. Ketchum gets the first down. Going to drain more time off the clock. 2:23 and counting. Let me ask you, what about for you? Is it ant or aunt here?
Here I hear aunt a whole lot, but I've always said aunt myself. I couldn't tell you why, but It's just kind of always been where I went. I think that's just how my parents said it growing up. But
That's right. With learned behavior, right?
yep, that's right.
2-minute warning coming up, folks. This one is tense. I'm telling you, San Jose clinging to their lead, wanting to keep the ball, wanting to not give the football back to Boston.
Yep.
You're watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network.
Yeah, if you're Boston, you want to see a big tackle for loss right now and keep them out of field goal range and get the ball back.
Toss play, Ketchum still on his feet, driving forward, 2nd and 8. Now you're getting to the point here, timeouts, there's one of them, going to have to start being utilized. Are we to the point that without a contracted kicker, we start to see a field goal attempt? I think so.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. I think this is right about the range. I mean, all it'll take, even if they are in range, who knows they're going to make it for sure, right? I mean, we've seen crazier things happen with these non-contracted kickers.
Adds a little bit of extra drama to this one as well. Tim not able to get much. They spread out they tried to string it out wide there and nothing doing. Another timeout called by Boston, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, I think if you're San Jose, excuse me, I think you got to run it again. It looks like kind of a pass-heavy look, but I'm not sure if I like it.
Just outside the red zone here for San Jose. Keeping it on the ground.
Ooh.
Oh, and Speedy Gonzalez got close to the first. That was a life-saving tackle by Boston. 4th and 1. The timeout is called for it. Landetta coming on now, if I'm not mistaken, to attempt the field goal.
Here we go. This is for the game.
Yeah, and like we said, nothing is guaranteed. But it is set up nicely here in the middle of the field. We'll see how the snap and the hold is. Perfect, the kick. Oh! It hit! And it is no good!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness, folks. This is what we're talking about. Listen, if you have not had an opportunity to sign up for SFLm action, these squads need the kicker. Come on, you all could be the difference, right, DJ? I mean, this is a good time to say that. A contracted kicker.
Absolutely.
And you may be the pivotal turning point in these two squads. Neither one has one. And because of that, this game is still alive.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you put it really well. If San Jose had a kicker, I'd guarantee that's a miss. Or, they make it. It wouldn't miss, is what I meant to say. But, I mean, the chat's going crazy right now. I'm going crazy, Cam. I'm sure you were shocked by that as well. Oh, my
Unbelievable.
goodness.
I watched it start to veer. Yeah, it started to veer right and then just doink off the goalpost and then it just disappeared, falling flat to the ground short of its destination. And for Boston, a 1st and 10 after a catch by Friesen, and all of a sudden they have a new lease on life. Here we go. Not many timeouts to work with. Keep that in mind. Threading that one in there is Dakota West. No huddle. 1:30 and counting.
Oh, my goodness. There's a chance.
West, the throw. Interception. The defense is going to do it. Luis Quintana, we've mentioned him this entire night. And they step up again, and they provide the coffin nails. San Jose going to pull this one out late.
Wow. What a heart-wrenching play. Luis Quintana, you said it perfect. Nailing the final nail in the coffin. Waving goodbye to the Boston fan base, sending them home unhappy as they enter victory formation.
One of the most tense, exciting, unpredictable SFLm games, I think, this entire season, just to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
I truly feel like with this league, ladies and gentlemen, each game that goes on, the progression of these players on both of these squads, it's a razor-thin margin between victory and defeat right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can really see it from week to week, the difference in, how they're playing, how they're improving. The run game of San Jose really picked up this week. Ace Ketchum did really well. Speedy Gonzalez had a nice few runs in there, and Brady White looking as good as he usually does. And I mean, with that last interception, really just took the soul out of the Rebels.
San Jose comes out looking like a different team in the second half. As we said, Boston had a nice, cozy 10-point lead. It was 17-7 at one point. San Jose makes the changes they need. They come storming back. And folks, we hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have. What a great game. We thank you all in the chat. Final snap coming here. Final formation for San Jose. There it is. San Jose improving to 4-2. Boston drops a tough one. They go to 2-4. Final score, San Jose 24, Boston 17. An instant classic. DJ, your final thoughts, my friend.
I mean, it really came down to exactly what we thought it would, Cameron. It was just whichever defense showed up in the end was going to pull it out. And both of the defenses looked really stout. And it just, the first half, both defenses were really solid. And, you know, after the half, San Jose just took it to a whole nother level.
And your player of the game?
You know, this one's kind of tough. You know, the offenses were a little slow. And honestly, I think they got to go on the defensive side of the ball. And I would give it to Luis Quintana with that game-sealing interception, but that pick six early in the red zone from Dubois Smith was really exciting. I think I'm going to go with him.
Changed the complexion of the game. Boston would have went up by 2 touchdowns. Had it not been for that, who knows what would have happened. Partner, I got to let you go. Catch a jet over to Philadelphia. Coming up next, the New York Gargoyles will take on the Philadelphia Cougars. That's coming up at 8:30. And I will say so long to all of you. For Alex West at SFLm headquarters, for my buddy DJ Kilgannon, my name is Cameron Duty. Thank you. We hope you've had as much fun as we have. Final score, San Jose 24, Boston 17. Have a good night. We'll see you right back here at 8:30. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one.